How you doing, people? Robert here, AKA Robess, Anti-Corruption Scotland. I'm going to do this video because it's very important, because this information relates to where I live and the people around about me live. It's came to my attention the other day that the entity, the dead legal entity known as Glasgow City Council, have put planning permission in to put parking display meters all over this area to extort money for the people in the community. We can't have that, people. The council have no claim to the roads. They can't claim anything on the roads because it belongs to the people. There is no man or woman called Glasgow City Council, as I keep telling you. There's men and women that represent this corporation, and that's what it is. It's a corporation. It has no authority over the sovereign people without consent or contract. It's in the law, civil law, law of contract. No man or woman representing that dead legal entity known as Glasgow City Council will come forward and make a claim over the lands and say that they've got the authority to put parking display meters all over this area, right, without the people's knowledge or full disclosure. How this works, people, these people put in plans. As far as I know, they're putting in planning permission for this, right? It's all a rigged game against the people, the sovereign people, to screw the people for money. It's not, that's it. It's all this climate change bullshit and all the agenda, 2020 to 2030 agenda. We have to stop this in its tracks. It's also came to my attention, the side streets are going to be affected with this. The street I live in is going to be affected with that. But the thing of the matter is, if they put one anywhere near myself in this street, it's not going to last too long, I'll tell you that right now, because I've no right to put it in the pavement, right? They're trying to extort money by coercion, right? Because they've no money, because they screw up. All the money they get, people, it doesn't go to the people or the communities to help them. You've seen the amount of cutbacks SNP has made in the last couple of years with all the services and all the rest of it. We can't get hospital appointments and all the rest of it. So these people don't have the power they claim, and I'm telling you that, and I'll verify under a charge of perjury anywhere, any court jurisdiction lands of Scotland, right? England, Ireland or Wales, or the Court of Session, Supreme Court or beyond, as I keep saying. There's nobody on the internet will say that. Now, the permits, how dare they say that local people that own businesses are going to have to pay £750 a year for a permit to park outside their business? The question I've got to ask is, what's wrong with you people? Are you going to stand up and be counted? Because right now, this is also going to Drummoyne, is my understanding. They're at Drummoyne, along the road from me as well. So they're trying to rip people off, right? And it's only people that benefit out of this is the scumbags that work for the councils and the local authorities, the entities, corporations, right, that has no power or authority. They don't have any more power than Asda, Tesco, Lidl or Aldi, right? Now, parking tickets and this nonsense parking display are rules. They are not law, right? They are not law. They are rules, regulations and policies created by a private corporation. And the only way these are applying to the people is if you're working for this corporation. You've signed a contract with this corporation. Other than that, it doesn't affect the people. And this is what people have to understand. Glasgow City Council, every part of Glasgow City Council, the entity has been stolen for the people. A public service has been stolen and incorporated the same as everything else, Police Scotland. The hospital services, everything else. But the point of the matter is, we can't allow this, people, right? You have to stand up now and rebel with Anti-Corruption Scotland. We have to put a stop to this. And what I will say, if they try to force this on the people in the community, do not pay any of these charges, right? Lose the fear, stand up and protect your rights and your freedoms, because they're trying to take them away from you, telling you when you can park, when you can't park. All right, you go to get permission. We the sovereign people don't need permission off a corporation, and that's a fact. We don't need permission for any man or woman representing a corporation. And as I said before, no man or woman will come forward in a private capacity under full liability and make a claim that they own the lands. They can't, because they don't. We the people have a superior claim to the lands, and this is where people have to get this. We the people, we the communities have a superior claim to the lands. That's it, right? We can stop this in its tracks. And how they dare us and get away with this is through the people's actions or inactions, right? Understanding. Right now, there has been no full disclosure, right? As far as I know, they've put in plans for this, right? There has been no full disclosure. I remember a way back when the planning process worked, every household in the area was to get a letter. They're not doing that, people. This is how they're deceiving you. And they're doing what they're doing and getting away with it, because people don't understand and they're being lied to and they're being tricked. Trick and deception is what's happening here. to take your freedoms and rights, and I'm not going to have this, people. They put a part of me outside my close, it's not going to last too long. I'm telling you right here now, I'm paying nothing. And what has to happen here is every man, woman, right? No person, man, woman, and Ibrox, Cessnock, Kinningpark, Paisley Road Toll, Drummoyne, any area that they're going to do this, do not pay these charges. It's a rule, it's not a law. Parking tickets are a rule, it's not a law. Offence is an infraction of a rule, not a law. They manipulate the wording, as I keep telling you, with law, criminal offence, and crime. Legalese, a different language has been used here. And this is what you people have to understand and have faith and trust in what I tell you, right? So what I'm doing here is giving knowledge to the people in this area, because I would say the biggest or the most people in this area don't know about this, right? It's time for you to stand up or shut up, right? I'm going to stand up. I'm paying nothing, right? They're not going to tell me I'm paying to park my property, own my property, the lands, right? I'm making a superior claim right now on this video. I'm making a superior claim to where I live, where I walk, where I park my property. No man or woman and any dead legal entity known as council is going to tell myself where I'm going to park, what time I'm going to park, what time I'm not going to park, where I'm going to go and where I'm not going to go. It's not on people, right? You people have to stand up, smell the coffee and start fighting back. We need to rebel. The full community, colour, race, religion, doesn't matter. We all have to come together and nip this in the bud. We cannot allow these parasite rat trash bags to do what they're doing, right? It's up to yous now. I know my position. I will fight nail and tooth what I've been doing for the last over 12 and a half years. I've been locked up, my door's been kicked in, my family's been destroyed, and I've still never backed down to this day, and I will never back down, because I know I'm right, and when I'm right, I'm right. They're wrong. Time for you people to realise, wake up, smell the coffee and do something about this, right? What I would say is communicate with your local councillors and tell them that you're not consenting to this. What we might have to do then is get all the communities to sign a lawful document, and start telling them they need to leave public office, because they're overriding their powers, their authority. They don't have that power, people, to dictate where people's going to go, where they're not going to go, where they're going to park, where they're not going to park, right? The lands is not theirs, and no man or woman, doesn't matter how high up in the legal system, legal society, how high up in their job position in an entity known as council, that they think that they can do what they want. They can't do what they want, right? We can actually charge them for trespassing on the land, people. Every man and woman can start putting a charge against them, because we can make a superior claim. We can raise a class action to take this down, right? Because they don't own the lands. Council own nothing, right? People think that these numpties and these councils, these entities known as councils, have got authority over you, the man or woman, right? They don't, right? They don't have. We're all equal in the eyes of the law. They're overstepping their authority. They're acting ultra vires, and this needs to be stopped. It's up to you what you want to do, people. You know where I'm on TikTok. If you want to message me, you'll get a response on TikTok, right? This has to be stopped in its tracks, and it has to be stopped now. So what I'm doing is I'm being an honour here, by letting the people, I'm giving you full disclosure of what's coming, because people don't know this, because people sit back in their arses and don't pay attention. They're too busy worrying about voting for Labour, voting for the Tories, voting for the SNP. Forget them. They don't work for the people. They don't represent the people. They don't work for the lands on the people. They're traitors to the lands of Scotland, and they're traitors to the people of Scotland, because all they want is money, money, money. Think about this, people, right? How hard is it your life is, and now paying all this Tom and Jerry bills with these rats in the Parliament, these rats in the councils, council tax and all the rest of the bullshit, right? Enough is enough. It's no when is enough. Enough is enough. Time to step up, or put up, or shut up, right? If you don't want this to happen, you have to stand up and be counted. That's all I've got to say. Please, people, everybody that knows what I'm talking about in these areas, please make this viral. It's important this goes viral, because this is important information that could have a big detrimental effect on your life with unlawful charges, because that's what it is. And again, parking tickets and this nonsense with park and ride or parking display is just a rule. It's not a law, right? Only a court can make it a law if it goes to court. And they can't even do that, because all the courts are private corporations. Glasgow Sheriff Court, Paisley Sheriff Court, Court of Session, Supreme Court. They're all acting in fraud. They don't have any power if the people stand up and take it away from them. Anyway, please share this video far and wide. Get this information out there, especially in this areas that I've just mentioned, because people have to waken up. Be like myself, people. Know who you are, what you are, and lose the fear, right? Lose the fear. That's the problem. You're all scared of entities, corporations that can't do anything. A council can't tell you that it's going to put park and display meters on the street. It doesn't have any life. It has no right of mind to contract, and no man or woman can make a claim on its behalf of they're committing fraud because it doesn't exist. It's a corporate name used to escape liability. Please take that in mind and keep it in your mind. Listen to what I'm telling you and learn. Take care, people. Be safe and have a good day.